For baby boomers, divorce has almost become like marriage, another rite of passage. The post-World War II generation is setting new records for divorce. Americans over the age of 50 are twice as likely to get divorced as people of that age 20 years ago. That's scary. Live at 5's family attorney Sonya Coffman joins us now with more on what's called gray divorces, plus, of course, answers to your questions. So is this something, I guess, that's becoming norm?
It's a trend, and a very disturbing trend, gray divorces. I think one of the reasons I read for that, accounting for that, is that people say over 50 are thinking they have nothing to talk about anymore, nothing in common once the kids are grown.
It's just kind of silent when you sit at the dinner table.
That's kind of sad, isn't it? I read a blog this past week that said 15 ways to stay married, so maybe next time we can talk about that. Start thinking about things to talk about before age 50 hits.
So what do you do if you're hit with that situation and now, I mean, you've worked all this time building up and saving, you've got your IRAs and all of these things. How do you split that and then start over at the age of 50 plus?
That's the scary part. Most people have worked their whole lives to save for retirement. So a divorce as a senior, dividing the retirement accounts in half, coupled with increased cost of living as a single person, is a very scary thought.
Yeah.
So the best thing that someone can do is make sure that they have an attorney who's very knowledgeable about retirement plans. I see pretty often that people don't know how to properly value their retirement plans. For example, a pension is not valued the same as a 401k, and you need someone who's knowledgeable in that, and also someone who will help you look for overlooked assets in retirement, such as stock options, restricted stock, and deferred compensation. So there's no good solution, but knowing what's out there and how to divide it can help.
All right, on to some of our viewers' questions. This person was married for 20 years, got divorced in 2002. Can my ex-husband draw my Social Security?
If you've been married at least 10 years, a spouse can draw on the other spouse's Social Security or draw their own Social Security, whichever is greater, but it would be half of the spouse's amount versus all of that person's amount. But it does not reduce the spouse's Social Security, so they may not even know which option you choose.
Another reason that you need to get in touch with an attorney.
Yeah, find out.
Okay. Do you have to include all kids in a will as you do in California?
No.
Easy enough. Should factors other than the child's preference be considered by the family law judge when determining custody?
That's a great question, because so many people think that kids get to decide at age 12, and that's just not true. Kids have the right to be heard, but the judge considers the best interest of the child in making that decision. As one of our judges puts it, I'm not about to put a 12-year-old in charge of the world.
Easy enough. All right. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Unfortunately, we're out of time, but if you've got a question, you can always email us or post those questions on our KFTM News Facebook page. And coming up next,